welcome to Crafting with Nana. I recently had the privilege of doing a virtual sewing class with one of my granddaughters. She wanted to make a monster, so I whipped up a monster pattern, emailed it to her mom, and they got all the supplies ready, and then we had a virtual class. It was a lot of fun, and I wanted to share this video with you guys in hopes that maybe it will inspire you to do something similar with your loved ones. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Before beginning this project, I applied heat and bond to both pieces of the eye and then cut them out. So, Brookie, you're going to take your eye and you're going to find where you want it on your little monster. Let me see if I can get this down a little bit better so you can see. So center it on your monster and then center the white in the center of the black. And then we just need to iron it on. And then it won't move. That'll help us so that when we go to sew it on, it won't move. So go forth and iron. Can you see my sewing machine okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'll put my little guy down here. So I'm changing my stitch to a zigzag. And I'm going to make it a small zigzag. So you're going to probably use your number D. And then I'm going to see where my, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it right, I'm going to put my stitch right on the edge of the black. So it's barely going to go into the green. And I'll do it and then you can see it and then you can do it. Mine is forgetting to go zigzag. This is not my regular machine, and so let's see. Okay, now mine is zigzagging now. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
And I'm just slowly turning my monster so that my needle keeps going around the eye.
How are you going to stop?
When I get back around to where I started, that's where I'm going to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Good question. Okay, I'm back around. See, here's my starting thread. So I'm back around to the start.
Your monster is so cute.
Ha! Well, yours is too. All right, so then I just lift it up, raise my needle, pull it out gently. If it doesn't, see how mine is kind of stuck right there, it doesn't want to come out. So I'm wiggling my flywheel on the back side to kind of loosen it up. I just kind of twist it back and forth, and it kind of loosens it up. And then it let me bring my thread out. So you can see that my eye is on there tight, but you don't see much of my black on the green.
Yeah.
So that's your goal, is to go around your eye without hitting a lot of the green.
Okay.
All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, mine has the white. I didn't get my white very centered. Do you see that? Yours probably looks better than mine.
No.
Mine has a googly eye. Nice. Yours is perfect. It looks awesome. Okay, Brooklyn, what did you decide to use for the mouth? Because I have a little strip of ribbon.
Me too.
Okay. Do you have heat and bond on the back of your ribbon?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Well, I don't. So I'm going to use a glue stick.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put glue on the back of my ribbon so that I can glue it to my fabric. But you are going to iron yours on. So decide where you want the mouth placed and then put it on your little guy, on your monster, and iron it down.
Can I iron it down? Wait, so take the white strip off?
Yes, yeah, you take the white strip off because you have heat and bond on the back. and then place it on your monster. See, I placed mine on my monster.
It's so cute. You're so cute.
I know. He is so cute. So just place it on your monster, and then you're going to go iron it down. Brooklyn, once you get it placed, can you show me where it's placed at?
Okay. Just a minute.
Because what you want to do, Brooklyn, is you want to make certain that you keep it so where you have equal amounts on either side. And while you're up there, you might as well go ahead and put the teeth on and iron them down as well.
No, I have to go iron them. Nana, did they go under? Yeah, I got it.
No, I put them on top. I think that's the way the picture was, but you could do it either way.
Oh, you want, okay. You want them going down or up like Nana's? Down. Okay, we'll go iron real quick.
Okay.
We'll be back in a minute.
I'm just going to stitch along my green ribbon, just a straight stitch. And then I'm going to stitch around each one of my teeth. When you stitch along your mouth, you should also pick up the bottom of your teeth, I would imagine.
Okay.
And then you'll just have to go back and finish stitching around the triangle of the teeth.
Okay, Nana, did she do a back stitch right here at the front?
I would, yeah. I would do a back stitch, and I'd do a back stitch at the other end too.
Okay, so you're gonna go like do one, 2, 3, 4 stitches and then stop. Press this down, go backwards, and then it'll come back. Okay, good. Yep, now go all the way across. Okay, now stop. Here, now go. You're backwards. Okay, good. One more. Okay, good. Okay, we did the mouth.
All right, good job, girls. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Perfect. Perfect. So, Brooklyn, do you see my little front? This is my face. We're going to take the back piece, and we're going to lay the back piece with the right side up. See how mine is not, it doesn't have really bright color on the back?
Yeah.
So mine's going to go right side up with the bright color towards me.
Just like that, yep. That's right.
And then we're going to put our monster with the face down on the bright bottom. Just like that.
Yeah.
So on both sides, we just have dull color with everything inside. You got it? Are your edges all lined up?
Yep, they look good to mom.
Okay. Do you have either clips like this or pins?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So what do you have? Clips or pins? Okay. So take your pins. Ouch. And don't stab yourself like I just did. And then just have your mom show you how to pin the two edges together. And you can just pin it all the way around, but not at the bottom. Don't pin the bottom.
I did it. I did it, Mommy.
You did great.
Nice job, Brooklyn.
Thank you.
So Brooklyn, do you see how my material is right at the edge of my foot?
Mm-hmm.
See that?
So
See,
yes, you can
see, do you see my foot right there? And see how the material is right at the edge of it?
Yeah.
That gives you, if you set yours the same way, that and you keep the edge of your material right at the edge of your foot, then you'll have a line all the way around your monster that's the same distance from the outside edge.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Oh, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry you stabbed yourself. And never, you don't want to go over your pins, so you want to go really slow when you're doing this. So see, I'm just going to go super slow. I'm going to back stitch a couple of stitches right at the beginning. And then I'm going to go forward. And as I go, I'm going to take, I've got clips, but you would take out your pin. So you would just stop and then go until you get towards your next pin and then stop. But see how I'm keeping the edge of my material right at the edge of my foot. Does that make sense? Just like this, right sides together. And you're going to sew all the way around, but you're going to leave one end open.
Okay.
So you're going to do exactly the same thing. Pin them and sew all the way around except for one end. And do both legs.
So you have to say that.
So you see where I said that? You're going to want to cut
So
through.
we're gonna go like this.
So yeah, we're just going to trim a little bit closer to the stitch line
Okay.
at the top where we're going to turn it.
Okay. Ta-da.
You get it?
Yeah.
All right. Then you're just going to put your tiny little fingers in there and turn it right side out.
Okay.
And sometimes if you, like I have this little ruler right here that I'm going to push it through with, but you could use like a spoon handle or something like that if you need to get it to push all the way through to turn nicely. Good job. You have them both turned right side out. And you're going to stuff it, Brooklyn. When you stuff it, you want to leave some at the end so that you're going to sew across that part that we didn't sew.
Okay. And then we're gonna sew it onto the body, right?
Yep, then we're going to sew it onto the body. But I think it'll be easier if we sew a line across there first.
Like this?
Yep, that's perfect. But see how the end of mine doesn't have anything in it?
Yeah.
So see where my thumb is? See where my finger is? I can pinch the width of my finger, Brooklyn, and I don't have any stuffing in there.
Like
So
this?
yes. Because you want to leave some stuffing, you want to leave some room at the top where there is no stuffing. Just sew right across that top and you don't have to make it perfect. You just have to sew a good solid line across the top.
Okay.
You know how your monster is just one big pocket right now, right? It's like a pillowcase,
Do we do the same thing?
right? So here's what you're going to do. See your leg? See the leg? You're going to stick the leg, the part that you sewed just now, you're going to hold with your fingers. You're going to stick the rest of the leg inside, and that part you sewed is going to come right to the edge of your monster, of the two pieces of your monster. And then you want to pin it there. Pin it in place without stabbing yourself.
I'll try. Pinned. Pin. I stabbed myself. I stabbed myself.
Well, there you go. And you're going to do the same with the other leg.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're having a hard time. She stuck it inside.
So the legs have to be inside.
One side or both sides?
Both sides. So see where my clips are?
Uh-huh.
Those are attached to the seam of the leg on each side.
Okay.
So both legs are inside that envelope.
Okay. We stabbed ourselves. We're not happy about
I'm so sorry. I know it's the life of a seamstress, Brooklyn.
it. It is. We have
And
ordered the clippies.
I think that's a good move. And then right in the center of your little guy, I'm going to put a pin or a clippy right in the center, because we're only going to sew. What we want to do is we want to sew from the edge almost to my clippy, so that we catch we're sewing the bottom of our monster and that leg inside the bottom of our monster. I'm going to do mine, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like when I turn it right side out, so you're going to see what I mean. See what happens is I left a little opening right here, and we're going to flip the monster and the legs through that opening. Hopefully. That's the plan.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. You do it first.
Okay, I'll do it first. We'll see if it's going to work.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I got a leg.
Yeah.
Yay!
One leg. Another leg.
And I just keep rolling it through that opening.
Okay. I'm gonna let Mom do that part, because that part seems so shaky.
Okay. Sorry. We didn't catch one side of our monster.
Ah, yes, that's important. Both sides of the monsters have to be caught.
Okay, but Brittany can do this, so you're just gonna have to be. Is she okay to sew?
No.
Yep.
Okay, so what you're gonna do? No, you're gonna do it. You just put it in. Why? You're not gonna mess up. It's gonna be just fine. I promise.
See, Brooklyn, when I flipped it out, this is what it looks like.
So cute.
I know, yours is going to look like that.
Okay.
So what you want to do is just sew right here. Okay, just barely over the edge of our eye, okay? Oh, sorry, this is hot tonight. Step it all the way to the very top first.
Bottom.
So now would be a good time if you had a ruler or something to push stuffing in with. Is yours getting puffy? Mine's getting puffy.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
You're looking good, Brooklyn.
Mine's stuffed. It ate too much. It's stuffed. It ate so much.
It ate so much because it got stuffed. It ate so much.
It's stuffed. Yay!
I think mine's stuffed enough. Now I just need to get a needle and thread and sew him up.
How do you think mine is?
Oh, I love it. Yours looks awesome.
Mine's sitting on her side. Yeah, it's so cute. Thanks for helping me, Nana.
Hey, thanks for joining me. So do you know how to stitch him up with a needle?
No, I've never really done it before.
Okay, so tell me when you're ready.
I have to sew on.
Okay, Nana, we got our needle.
All right, you got your needle. Are you threaded?
We are.
All right. Your mom probably does better stitching than I do, Brooklyn.
Not this type of stitching.
But you're going to take your needle and you're going to
I want you to watch Nana first.
slide your needle right inside one of the, I'm not sure how to show you best, but you're going to slide it inside. You're going to open up your little hole on your guy and slide your needle inside just one half so that the end of your thread ends up inside the body. So see, here's the body and here's my thread and it's inside there. Does that make sense? So you just slide it inside just so you don't see that tail, and then just start stitching across the outer part in little stitches. Just stitch that hole closed with little stitches. And then just tie it off at the end and you're done with your project. After completing this video, my granddaughter went on to create a monster for her little sister. I thought that was a great idea. And she did a great job. Her mom said she did 95% by herself, so good job. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time on Crafting with Nana. Bye.